Dear friends, welcome. Today we are going to talk about how to estimate the content of DNA from the tissue. Deoxyribose nucleic acid, abbreviated as DNA, is the genetic blueprint of life found in all living organisms. It supplies all information from the parents necessary for cells to reproduce through instruction of genes contained in it. It is also responsible for the determining how a person looks. DNA often contains mutated codes for diseases that are genetic, passed from parents to child. DNA is also important for researchers who determine the role of genes played in complex diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. History of DNA. DNA was first discovered in 1869 by J. F. Measure. Measure identified a substance found in nucleus of white blood cells. This substance would later come to be known as DNA. In 1912, studies done using new microscope technology showed that both DNA and proteins are both present in chromosomes. 37 years later, a biochemist named E. Chargaff proved that DNA is species specific. In 1953, Watson and Crick were able to demonstrate the molecular structure of DNA. These two scientists were awarded Nobel Prize for their discovery. Identification. DNA is often referred to as a double helix because of its appearance. It is made of two long strands called nucleotides that run in opposite direction from one another. Nucleotides are made up of sugar and phosphate groups that are joined together by ester bonds. Attached to of a sugar is a molecule called a base. Four different types of bases encoded the information that is used for cell replication. Evolution. As organisms evolve, DNA sequence change to produce new qualities and weed out qualities that are no longer needed. Sometimes this happens because of the process of natural selection. Qualities that help people survive. Certain diseases and conditions continue to be passed on to offsprings. Less desirable qualities are slowly removed from the population. The DNA evolutions help species to survive and reproduce despite changing conditions. Information. The information in DNA is stored as a code made up of four chemical bases, that is adenine as A, guanine as G, cytosine as C, and thymine as T. Human DNA consists of about 3 billion bases, and more than 99% of those bases are same in all people. The order or sequence of these bases determine the information available for building and maintaining an organism, similar to the way in which letters of the alphabets appear in certain order to form words and sentences. DNA bases pair up with each other, A with T, C with G, to form unit called base pairs. Each base is also attached to sugar molecule and a phosphate molecule. Together, a base, sugar, and phosphate are called as nucleotide. Nucleotides are arranged in two long strands that form a spiral called a double helix. An important property of DNA is that it can replicate or make copies of itself. Each strand of DNA in the double helix can serve as a pattern for duplicating a sequence of bases. This is critical when cells divide because each new cells needed to have an exact copy of the DNA present in the old cell. The bases present in DNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Hydrogen bonds between the bases portions of the nucleotides hold the two chains together. The bases of one strand of DNA are paired with the bases of second strand, so that an adenine is always paired with a thymine and a cytosine is always paired with a guanine. Such base pairing results in one DNA strand being complementary to the other. Hydrogen bonding between the DNA bases can consist of two associated polynucleotide strands that wind together to form a double helix. The two sugar phosphate backbones are on the outside of the double helix. The bases project into the interior. The orientation of the two strand is antiparallel, that is, their 5' to 3' direction are opposite. The structure of the DNA is double helix showing hydrogen bonding between the bases. DNA is present not only in chromosomes in the nucleus of eukaryotic organisms, but also in mitochondria and the chloroplast of plants. Prokaryotic cells, which lack nuclei, have a single chromosome, but may also contain DNA in the form of plasmids. DNA can be chemically identified and measured by the diphenylamine test. Diphenylamine reagent is prepared using acetic acid and sulfuric acid. The structure of diphenylamine is shown in contrast to the stability of the links between the pyrimidines and deoxyribose. Those between purines and deoxyribose are very labile. So, it appears that diphenylamine reacts with the sugar residue originally combined with purines in the DNA. Under extreme acidic conditions, DNA becomes depurinated. Depurination is an alteration of DNA in which the purine base is removed from the deoxyribose sugar by hydrolysis of beta and glycosidic link between them. After depurination, the sugar phosphate backbone remains and the sugar ring has a hydroxyl group in the place of purine. Depurination of the DNA is followed by the dehydration of sugar to hydroxylevalunyl aldehyde, which in turn reacts with diphenylamine to give blue color. The intensity of blue color is proportional to the concentration of DNA in the sample, and this could be measured via spectrophotometrically. Significance: DNA is the building block of all organisms. Looking for mutation in DNA help to uncover the reasons why some people develop certain diseases while other remains disease free. This discovery and study of DNA helps physicians and researchers discover how to test for and treat diseases. Understanding DNA also has the potential to help scientists find a way to produce pharmaceutical drugs that are tailored to an individual's genetic structure. For further information, DNA isolation or DNA estimation method is used. For that, they isolate the DNA. After isolation of DNA, quantification and analysis of quality are necessary to ascertain the approximate quantity of DNA obtained and the suitability of DNA sample for further analysis. This is important for many applications including digestion of DNA by restriction enzymes or polymerase chain reaction, that is PCR, amplification of target DNA. Forensic science needs to recover DNA for identification of individuals, for example, rapists, petty thieves, accident or war victims, paternity determination and plant or animal identification. DNA extraction is important because it makes DNA testing possible in the case of criminal investigations. Now, we will discuss method for DNA estimation. Materials required: 5% trichloroacetic acid, 3:1 alcohol ether solution, 0.1 normal KOH solution, 6 normal hydrochloric acid, 10% trichloroacetic acid, diphenylamine, glass pipette, test tube, etc. Principle: this process involves chemical hydrolysis of DNA when heated in acid. The reaction requires a deoxyribose sugar and therefore is specific for DNA. Under the conditions, the 2-deoxyribose is converted to hydroxyl levalunyl aldehyde, which react with the compound diphenylamine to produce a blue colored complex. DNA concentration can be determined measuring the intensity of absorbance of the solution at the 620 nanometer with a spectrophotometer. DNA estimation. For the estimation of DNA, a known amount of tissue, that is 100 mg, is used. For weighing 100 mg tissue, we require a balance. For this, a piece of aluminum foil is kept on the pan of the balance. By pressing tare, the weight of aluminum foil is made 0. Now, a piece of tissue is cut from the bigger piece in the petri dish. the pellet formed at the bottom of the tube. Now, the supernatant is discarded, which contains lipids. Same procedure is repeated once more to make the residue completely free of lipids. in the BOD incubator for 16 to 18 hours at 37° temperature. With this, the first part of the DNA estimation is completed.